Hi, this is Marianne, and today I have a new Quickfire Friday challenge for you. This is challenge number 3, and the challenge runs until October 2nd, so it gives you almost 2 weeks from today when I'm putting it on my YouTube channel. The challenge is to use something sparkly or glittery on your page. It can be whatever that means to you. So if it's bling, or you're going to use some glitter glue, or whatever it is. I end up using some glittery die cuts. The prize for this Quickfire Friday challenge is another Studio Calico kit. This one is from March 2014, called Office Hours. If you go to Studio Calico and look at past kits, you'll be able to see the contents of it. It's a pretty nice prize. Okay, so I used the August 2014 Studio Calico kit to make this page. And that piece of paper I'm cutting right there came with the kit, and it's really not my favorite piece, so it was definitely a challenge to use it. And it's very modern and a bold piece of pattern paper, not something that I'm used to working with. So I decided to challenge myself by trying to use it on a layout. So it had that purple in it, and I went looking through my photos, and I had this picture of my daughter on her last day of 8th grade, and I liked it with the pattern paper, so I decided that I would use that. And I had picked the paper and the picture a while ago and just laid it off to the side, and then I wanted to scrapbook one day and didn't really know how to get started, and I came across that and I'm like, nope, today's the day, let's just do it. So I decided to cut down the paper a little bit and have a nice big white border. And really, other than that, I didn't really have much of an idea. In the beginning of the video, I went through all the kit contents, and I just pulled out, there were some shiny silver sticker letters, and I pulled those out because I thought I might be able to use those for something. I think the rest of the contents don't make it on the page. It didn't go with the look I wanted. I'm not even sure what the look I'm going for here is. So I decided to mat my photo on black, a very thin border. Now I'm going to go through some of the stickers. There was like a sticker book that came with the kit. None of those really fit. None of those have purple in them, or that bold fuchsia pink. So I'm going to skip that. And these embellishments from Fancy Pants and Jelly Beans, Jelly Bean Soup, my friend Lisa gave to me. So if Lisa's listening, hi Lisa. She's my scrapping buddy. So she gave me her leftovers. I think they were from a Scraptastic kit. And I do end up using one of the Fancy Pants die cuts on there. So I'm just looking through a bunch of embellishments I just had kind of sitting off to the side and seeing if anything would fit on the page. I'm kind of really lost at this point. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I do like these die cuts from Fancy Pants. They're on these big plastic sticks, and I end up pulling them off. These die cuts are from Basic Gray, and they're the right colors. And I laid them down. I thought I might use those two somehow. I don't end up using them in the end. They just were taking away from the design of the page rather than adding to it. So I settled on that. It's a little globe. It says Adventure is Out There. I just pulled it off that big plastic stick, and it's got some foam on the back. And I thought maybe I'd use some of those big Jelly Bean Soup buttons, but I don't end up using those. I'm going to look through some rub-ons, but those were a little too dainty for the boldness of this paper, so I don't end up using those either. So as you can see, I'm just kind of, going through the process, seeing what I want to use. This paper with the numbers on it also came in the kit, and it's all the right colors, and it is her last day of 8th grade, so I decided maybe I'll just cut out the 8 and put it somewhere on the page. So that's my thought process behind this, and I'm going to like the way that looks. And then I flipped over the paper, and it's this wavy black and white pattern. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to layer it on my page somehow. And at this point, when I'm making the design, it's so far out of my comfort zone that I can't really tell if it's ugly or not. I don't know if that happens to any of you when you start making a page and you think you like it, but then you look at it, you're like, is that ugly? That might be ugly. I'm not sure. So ugly or not, I'm going for it because I like it. And the sticker letters that came with the kit, the silver shiny ones, I want to write milestone right along that little white shaft of light, I want to say. So I know I'm going to do that. I'm going to guess it fits. And then I was thinking, what else could I add to this? And I remembered I had bought this Project Life kit. It's the Heidi Swapp, Becky Higgins Project Life one. I got it really cheap at Michael's. And it has a bunch of glittery die cuts in it. I don't do Project Life this year, but it was a really good price, and I'm a sucker for anything glittery. So I really liked it. So there's a fuchsia star, and I thought there was a turquoise star, so I'm kind of searching for that. There it is. Now there isn't really turquoise on this page, so at first glance I was like, no, I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. I do end up using it, and I know I want something next to the title there, something bold. So I do end up using those 3 glittery die cuts that I pulled, and I also have some of the Heidi Swapp glittery word stickers, so I pulled them out just to see if any of the words I could use as embellishments. So at this point now I've got 3 die cuts I can use, that black and white wavy paper that may or may not be ugly, and I'm going for it. I'm gluing down. And I hope you'll play along with the Quickfire Friday Challenge. I'm going to pick a winner from challenge number 2 later on today, and I will make a separate little post. I will put it in the comment section of Quickfire number 2, of whoever the winner is of that Studio Calico kit. So I really hope you'll play along. Something sparkly, shouldn't be too hard to add to your page. So there, I've got the sticker letters milestone. I probably could have done a little bit of a better job making it even, but I had spent enough time on this layout, so it looked good to me. I'm going to keep it there. So then I popped up the number 8 that I cut out, and we're going to use the sticker letters over there. And I'm pretty happy at this point with the way it's all coming together, because I had no idea what this layout was going to look like. So I'm just using my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive to glue down the die cuts. And even though there's no turquoise on the page, I felt like it went nicely there. So 3 die cuts, and then I kind of lined up that big star with one of the sunbursts, starburst, whatever you would, yeah, sunburst. And now I don't know what to do with that die cut. It's really just kind of floating there in space. It needs something to ground it. And I think some tags came with the kit, or else I just always have them at my desk. So just doesn't really go with the rest of the layout. I could rest it on the title there, but that doesn't really, it just is floating in space. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to look through my embellishments again and see if I can find something that will, another layering piece. That's what I'm going to go looking for. So I went looking through my newest embellishments, and I found something actually. I'll probably show it here in a second. There it is. It is a Polaroid looking frame die cut from Basic Gray. I just showed the package there. And I saw it on the sheet, and I stuck it down on my, or laid it down on my page, and I was like, oh, I actually really like that. So another out of the box kind of thing for me. I never would or not consciously, just kind of lay it on my page like that. So there we go. And these chipboard letters are really old basic gray, and they were kind of just sitting there. So I knew I wanted something black. I felt like I wanted something dimensional, where normally I would go for my thickers, but all my thickers seemed kind of the wrong font, or they were just lowercase and no uppercase. So I saw these basic gray ones, and I'm happy to use them. So basically it's just going to say last day of 8th grade, and then since I had those old basic gray chipboard out, I just added the year at the bottom there, just because they're so old and I want to use them up. And I really don't have a lot of journaling for this page. There's really nothing to say. It was just her last day of 8th grade. Now that big star or sunburst or whatever you want to call it, sparkly one next to milestone, it's got a big empty space there. So I am going to go looking for something. I tried one of those jelly bean soup buttons to put in the middle there, just because I feel like it's empty space and it needs something there. So I'm going to go looking for something. I think I glue on this title off camera, and it does, I do glue it on perhaps a little crookedly, but that's okay. Yeah, so there's my title up top. I got last day. And then in that starburst there, I found a piece of flair that says awesome. So I was happy to use a piece of flair. I have a ton of it, and I hardly ever use it. And then I just added 3 enamel dots there down at the bottom. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll play along with the challenge. And thanks so much. Bye.